Management is one of the groups that is taking part in this drill. Emergency planner Aaron Mahan says they will be sending a test signal to each of the outdoor sirens in Shawnee County.
As that computer sends out signals to each of the 68 warning sirens we have in Shawnee County, those sirens will report back to us that, yes, I can hear you, I'm communicating okay, everything is working great, or I have a low power level, and then we can always go out and check that system later on if it's not working correctly.
Mahan says they suggest that everyone take part in the statewide tornado drill. As we are going into spring, he says this is a great time to make sure you have a good plan in place. And what makes a good plan? Well, Mahan says it's consistency. You want to make sure that you are doing this plan, your emergency plan, the same way every time you do it. So eventually you develop a muscle memory for it. So that way, if there is an emergency and your adrenaline is pumping, you're able to do it without really thinking. Live in downtown Topeka, James Ryan, KSNT News.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Being prepared and aware is always going to save lives. Thank you, James, for the details on this drill. Now, again, the statewide tornado drill, it is expected to happen this morning at 10 o'clock. Well, as a part of Severe Weather Awareness Week, local officials want you to be ready for the unpredictable. Shawnee County Emergency Management says there were 98 tornadoes in Kansas just last year, and now is the time to make a plan of action just in case of an emergency. They go on to say, make sure you have a place to meet up if you get separated from your family, have supplies for children, pets, and people who need medication, and have backup forms of communication if you lose power.
Whether it's a phone app, our sirens, weather radios, whatever the case may be, have multiple ways of getting that in case one fails.
Emergency officials say the statewide tornado drill this morning is the perfect time to test your family's emergency plan. Well, our very own Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Matt Miller is working hard to prepare people in Northeast Kansas for Severe Weather Awareness Week as well. Matt, along with other people from the National Weather Service and emergency management teams, held a storm readiness class over at Washburn University. They're warning people of tornadoes, and we're, of course, nearing springtime, so the importance of being prepared for severe weather at all times is right now. And you can find more images and even a video from this class on our website this morning at ksnt.com. Make sure you also download our KSNT News app, so when it does come time for any severe weather, you are ready and aware. You can follow the latest forecast and get your severe weather alerts sent all straight to your phones and tablets. All you have to do is download our KSNT News app. Also making headlines this morning, one man is in jail for a murder in Topeka last week. We first brought you to this scene as breaking news early on Friday morning. Police found 19-year-old Jashawn Alston with life-threatening injuries after he was shot. He later died at a local hospital. Now, Topeka police have 18-year-old Demario Valdivia from Topeka under arrest, and he's accused of shooting and killing Alston. The shooting happened on Washburn Avenue near 12th Street. This was around 1:30 on Friday morning. Valdivia is now facing charges for first-degree murder, kidnapping, and robbery. We now turn to a tragic story this morning as a heartbroken wife is sharing the story of a rescue gone terribly wrong. Shauna and Larry Ladke were driving home from a friend's house near Holton on Friday. Well, when Larry tried to turn onto Highway 116, he hit the edge of a culvert and the car they were in started teetering on the edge. Stuck in a dangerous spot here, they called a friend to come rescue them. The friend hooked up their truck and tried to pull them to safety, but the truck flipped over and Larry got stuck underneath the water and died. Thankfully, Shauna was able to be rescued, but after losing Larry in this terrible tragedy, she says her life will never be the same.
I wished he was still here. I lost my best friend, my soulmate. We had a lot of hopes and dreams, like everybody, but now it's not going to happen.
Our hearts certainly go out to Shauna this morning, and the Ladkes are having a visitation ceremony this Thursday from 5 to 7 o'clock at Mercer's Funeral Home, and Shauna says anyone is invited to come out and pay their respects. Sadly, other local families also grieving this morning, just days after 5 people died in yet another car crash on I-70. Now some local teenagers are trying to support the victims' families. We told you about the crash that happened early on Sunday morning on I-70 near Maple Hill. Servando Flores was on his way to a construction job at the time when a driver heading in the wrong direction on I-70 hit his van. He leaves behind his pregnant wife, Lupita. The Andados trucking group was then started by some local teens back who knew his wife, Lupita, and now they're using their shared love of cars to hold a car wash fundraiser for his family.
We're not just about burnouts, we're not just about racing. We want to help the community.
I actually get to help people out and make somebody happy in such a tough time.
So the fundraiser will be at Advanced Auto Parts on 17th and Kansas on March 14th. And for more information on those times, the location, and how you can donate, you can head on over to our website at ksnt.com. Topeka's Fire Chief Craig Duke has a long list of accomplishments in his 31-year career, and now we'll tell you how he's pushing to get the department accredited. That's all next on KSNT News this morning.
Passing clouds in the overnight, but it's essentially crystal clear, and we should have a lot of sunshine to enjoy. A westerly breeze 10 to 20 with a 37 at 8, a 62 in that 3 o'clock range. Tomorrow a little bit warmer, late week a little bit cooler, and then this weekend a chance to hit 70. It's 5:38. We're back with more in just a moment.
Are you ready to do more than just survive retirement? Whatever your retirement plans are, my friends at Carlson Financial are leaders in the industry and will put a custom plan in place that works for you. Call Carlson Financial today for a free, no-obligation financial review.
And the winner is Blind Tiger Brewery, Champion Brewmaster, and Champion Brewery, World Beer Cup 2014.
Our beer has always been the best in Topeka and in Kansas. Now we're the best in the world.
At the World Beer Cup 2014, we were presented the Gold Award for our Munich Dunkless, the Silver Award for our Maibach, World Champion Brewmaster, and World Champion Brewery.
We brew this delicious beer, not for the accolades, but because it's from our heart.
Indulge in fine craft beer. Blind Tiger, we have a passion for beer.
Hi folks, Rodney Robertson here with Window Design Company. When I started my business in 1987, I realized the need for better quality products and customer service. Over the years, we have designed and built numerous room additions, kitchens and baths, sunrooms, screen rooms, decks, pergolas, and more. Let us help make your dream project become a reality. Call today or visit our website. We are your home remodeling specialist.
Hi, I'm Dana Wright for Dr. Tegg's Center for Nutrition in Topeka. Do you have trouble losing weight and keeping it off?
Brianna lost 28 pounds, Sharon lost 36 pounds, and Dawn lost 58 pounds on Dr. Tegg's program.
Dr. Tegg is a board-certified specialist in weight loss and nutrition. If dieting hasn't worked for you, schedule your no-cost, no-obligation consultation at 273-4443 or teggnutrition.com.
Presenting Page 2 at KSNT.com, featuring local original fresh content, including comics, reviews, and advice that you won't find anywhere else.
I've traveled around the world and met some amazing people, but nothing's more important than coming home to family. Call my friends at Carlson Financial. They'll put a custom plan in place that works for you and your greatest gift, family. Call Carlson Financial today for a free financial review.
Good morning and welcome back to KSNT News here on your Tuesday morning. He has been climbing the ladder for 31 years, and that's what it takes to become a fire chief, at least for Chief Craig Duke in Topeka. He got the job in 2017 here in Topeka after building up a really long resume. And Duke tells us he starts his day at 7 a.m. between meetings with people in the community and elected officials, as well as answering emails. He's found some time to also implement an advanced life support program. He's also pushing to get the department accredited.
It doesn't happen overnight. We have to do other things to get there. This is who we are, this is where we are, and this is the national standards. Where do you see us? Where would you like us to go to?
Well, he's also working on starting a community forum committee to help answer some of these questions to achieve this accreditation status. And this year, the fire department is also celebrating its 150 years. They're planning something big to celebrate on April 25th. Mark your calendars. The event planned will be held downtown in Topeka, right at the plaza, and is going to probably be one of the first events the plaza has once it is all finished up. We do have a link to the details we know about right now on KSNT.com. Well, in the meantime, local high school students are getting hands-on training in the world of firefighting. Topeka students can enroll in the fire science pathway at school district's TCALC. Former Topeka Fire Chief Greg Bailey teaches the courses, and students learn about everything from fire trucks to firefighting gear. Bailey says it really does give students a chance to explore the career to see if it's a good fit for them before they graduate. And the course is open to any sophomores, juniors, and seniors in Shawnee County. It's one of several career options of classes they can take at TCALC. A state program is bringing books to life, and it's celebrating a big milestone right now. Talking Books has served Kansans for 50 years. The program offers more than 100,000 free books to Kansans with physical or visual impairments. They can download an app or get audio players and audiobooks in the mail.
Especially for the patrons who lose their vision later in life, who have loved reading their entire life, to completely lose something that they've loved. It's an addition that they really, really appreciate, that they come to love.
Well, get this. Last year, more than 4,000 people used its services. Now, to see if you qualify for this program, just go to the state library's website, and to make that easy for you to find, we do have a link to it on KSNT.com this morning. Two local organizations are partnering up right now to raise money for kids with health issues in the state. Coming up right after this break, David and I will break down how you can get a Max debit card to help them give back.
Residents of Geary County have a chance in Junction City to learn more about severe weather safety. There's going to be a spotter class by the Weather Service. That is tonight at 7 at the 4-H Center on Spring Valley Road. So we'll be giving you ideas as to where you can learn more as we go through the coming weeks, as there will be something in each and every county. And that tornado watch, there's going to be that drill today. There's going to be a tone alert on your weather radio. There's going to be something on radio and TV, perhaps with your tone alert too. You want to make sure that you're getting a text message in some form or fashion, and the best way to do that is get that Storm Track mobile app. We'll be back with much more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
The Downtown Topeka Weathercam is sponsored by Briggs Subaru of Topeka.
Choosing a realtor to buy a home or sell your current home can be a challenge.
They definitely had our best interests and weren't just trying to get us in the first house that we looked at. They wanted to make sure and find us what we wanted and treated us like family.
The honesty and the trustworthiness were built up from day one. They're very attentive in listening to what the needs were.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, first realtors selling or buying. Call us today so we can work with you.
With this one little NexGard chew comes the confidence you're doing what's right to protect your dog from fleas and ticks for a full month. And it's the only chew FDA approved to prevent infections that cause Lyme disease. NexGard, what one little chew can do.
Oh yeah. Nailed it. That's what I'm talking about.
You okay, Glenn?
Dude, I'm just so pumped we got all this McDonald's at such a great price.
It's 2 for $2.50 time in McDonald's. Mix and match two of your favorites, like a hot and spicy McChicken or a classic McDouble for just $2.50.
At Cracker Barrel, you'll always feel right at home. With favorites like our Golden Country Fried Steak, our scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, and our signature chicken and dumplings. So come on home to what you love. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Only Invisalign treatment uses Smart Track technology. It moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. So I could create custom treatment plans for every smile.
Next, E.T.
We're with Pilot Pete flying high from the Bachelor Women Tell-All
But did he find his co-pilot?
Are you with your soulmate now?
Next, ET.
Tonight at 6:30 on KSNT.
Have a situation and need quality advice? You need to ask Kim, KSNT's own advice specialist. Go to ksnt.com, page 2, and ask Kim.
West Topeka Weather Cam, sponsored by Blue Dot.
Good morning and welcome back to KSNT News here on your Tuesday. It's now 5:47 this morning. Well, local organizations here are partnering up to raise money for kids with health issues. The Stormont Vale Foundation and Azura Credit Union announced their Max card.
Well, the debit card's available for any Azura account holder, and it will donate 5 cents with every purchase to the Children's Miracle Network. The nonprofit provides kids like Max who beat cancer and is the face of the card, the resources that he and others need at Stormont Vale to get better.
We did hear from him earlier. He's pretty excited to be the face of the card. Now, all of the money raised will go towards things like equipment, transportation, and programs for the thousands of kids that are treated at Stormont Vale every year.
So participation with that would certainly help out.
Yes.
We mentioned other things like Amazon Smiles. If you do any shopping on Amazon, which a lot of people do,
yes,
you need to go to smileamazon.com instead, because then you can pick out a local charity. Dillon's has a community rewards program too.
They do, yes.
And you're not using the points that you earn through Dillon's, you're using points that carry over to the corporation, and they fund a nonprofit. So
it really is
a lot
great,
of things going on.
Great how many programs there are to give back. Really, any shopping you do, in a way, can give back to certain organizations if you look out for it.
Should be, yeah. Dig down deep and see how to do that. What we've got going on today is a brilliant day.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was kind of chilly, but everybody seemed to enjoy it.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
this whole 7-day, really, I said yesterday, is looking pretty nice.
Well, with this kind of pattern, spring has sprung. We may have a setback or two through late March and into early April. We often do, but overall, as trees are starting to bud, you're getting the buds to form, you're getting the flowers out of the ground, and so here in the coming weeks, it's going to look a lot different. I mentioned 2 weeks ago seeing these little spots of grass. I think Brittany's even starting to notice that too. So everything's taking off. There's a look at Mayetta. There's a look at Manhattan. Everything's crystal clear. It is a bit cool though. We have some low and mid 30s out there. There's a look at Lawrence where the sky is clear. We had a few clouds in the overnight. Same thing in Topeka. But right now we're pretty much cloud free. 38. Dew point at 30. We're chilly. The air relatively dry and the wind is west at near 10 miles per hour. There's nothing on radar and there really shouldn't be for quite some time. I think it's going to be maybe Sunday night or Monday for the next rain chance. And the breeze is really light out here toward Junction City and Fort Riley. It's blowing at 12 though out of the northwest in Burlington and blowing northwesterly at 12 to 15 in the Lawrence area. So some breezy spots out there for sure. And that makes it feel like we're in the mid and upper 20s in places, but other spots not half bad this morning. So there's a look at temperatures. 32 Marysville, 31, maybe a little frosty in spots near Manhattan. Over in Kansas City, it's 38 degrees, and then you hit 41 in St. Louis, 42 in Tulsa, but we still have this cool air in place, but this is the last of it. It starts going east, and the slightly warmer air starts coming in. This morning in Amarillo, 43. That gives you an idea as to what's going on. A lot of clouds, Texas Panhandle and through Oklahoma, but that's about as far north as that gets. Rain trying to hit Dallas and Abilene and Midland, Odessa and El Paso, but we're nice and clear in this area. A little boundary kind of went through overnight, but any rain or snow with that is in the upper Mississippi Valley. So sunny today, a wind out of the west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, clear to maybe mostly clear, might be a little cloud in spots. And as we go through the day tomorrow, we'll start getting some clouds south. That's what's in Oklahoma. Gradually tried to nudge northward just a little bit, but maybe not much. So for today, there's your sunshine that takes over rapidly into the 50s. We're going to go for a daytime high of 62. Overnight low dropping on down to mid 30s, maybe upper 30s to near 40 in some spots. And then in the outlook, look at that sunshine, the mild temperatures. This weekend, though, really warm, 68 to near 70, partly cloudy both days, overnight lows near 40, a gusty south wind, and then our moisture increases enough for maybe a sprinkle Sunday night. Might be some scattered rain showers on Monday as many people start thinking about spring break. But again, it's all an attitude, really. You can cherish each and every day if you try.
That's right, and you really should, no matter if there's sunshine or not, even though I prefer sunshine.
And if it's a Monday or a Saturday, it shouldn't matter.
Every day is a good one to be alive, right?
You bet.
All right, well, the Jayhawks, they're certainly excited to be alive right now. They're looking pretty good heading into March Madness. Devon Dotson, a big reason why. And we'll tell you which big award he's now a finalist for. That's coming up next. It's 5:51 here on your Tuesday. KSNT News will be right back.
Minwax makes it so easy to make wood beautiful. Once you get started, you won't want to stop. Keep on finishing with Minwax, America's #1 selling interior stain.
I've been styling hair for 18 years. I also provide mini body waxing services. Call me today and get 25% off a Brazilian wax.
For the first time in history, the world's greatest magicians come together live on stage. The Illusionists live from Broadway.
March 12th at the Topeka Performing Arts Center.
We really need to do something with this room.
But why haven't we?
I'm afraid we might make a mistake or pay too much money.
This week, get 10% off your first item and triple your discount with 30% off every second item.
You happy?
Oh, yeah.
That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh, yeah.
I'm Fox 43 News anchor Molly Pat, and you might not know that we have local news every night. At what time, Matt?
At 9.
That's right. It's a faster-paced local news that you want. At what time, Pete?
9 o'clock.
You heard him. Be sure to join us every night for Fox 43 News at 9.
Good morning. We're about 5 minutes away from 6 o'clock here on your Tuesday. The KU Jayhawks basking in a 14-game winning streak right now. They're keeping their #1 spot in the AP Top 25 poll today, and a lot of this is thanks to a key player, Devon Dotson, now named as one of 5 finalists for the Bob Cousy Award. The Bob Cousy Award goes to the nation's top point guard. Dotson is now averaging over 18 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game.
I think he's been great all year. He's given us exactly what we've been needing, so he's going to keep going. I know that for sure, too.
Each game getting more and more battle-tested for, the postseason, because each game in the postseason is, one and done. So, learn how to find a way to get a win in hostile environments and crucial times.
All right, well, the Jayhawks back at home tomorrow against TCU for senior night. Unfortunately, the K-State Wildcats have a different kind of streak going for them right now. Their most recent loss against KU marked a 9-game losing streak. Head coach Bruce Weber and players say right now, though, it's more than just finishing out the regular season. With 2 games now left, they're turning their eyes to the Big 12 tournament.
I mean, we knew this from the beginning of the season. I keep instilling to our guys that just have confidence. Go out there and play your butts off every possession. And I feel like we did a great job of that today. Just didn't get the W in that column. But just keep going out there and keep playing your butt off. And that's just what I keep preaching to our teammates. And they can keep doing that for me as well.
And the Wildcats travel to Oklahoma State tomorrow. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock from Stillwater.
Yeah, the Wildcats are all geared up to knock somebody off, probably.
Absolutely. You can't think about the past. You got to keep moving forward in the future.
You bet. And somebody typically does that. I mean, you would think Baylor, Kansas in the final for the Big 12 tournament, but maybe not so.
You never know. March Madness.
Rears their head. But then the big dance, of course, is what everybody's got their eyes on. Yes. We have sunshine today, so you might want to protect your eyes from that blinding sun, especially early on and then late day. But what a gorgeous day. Westerly breeze, clouds down toward the Oklahoma border. Temperatures reaching the low 60s today, and then tomorrow a tad warmer. Clouds may sneak up into our southern counties at that point through the afternoon. 60 on Thursday and 58 on Friday. So down a tad, but the average high right now is 50 to 52. And then 68 on Saturday, near 70 on Sunday. Almost identical to last weekend. The gusty south wind and partly cloudy sky. And then a chance for a shower toward Monday. And we'll see there might be a little bit more rain toward Wednesday of next week. So we'll be watching out for that.
Certainly looking forward to that sunshine today. Well, today, Super Tuesday for candidates in the Democratic presidential nomination process. Who's leading right now and which states are up for grabs today? That and more is coming up here on KSNT News this morning. It's 5:57. We'll be back after this break.
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Furniture Mart. Queen pillow top mattresses $133, 8-piece living room groups $888. Financing for everyone at the original Kansas Furniture Mart.
Hi folks, at Window Design we do all types of remodeling including bathrooms. This bathroom features a walk-in tile shower, built-in jacuzzi tub, tile wainscoting on the walls, and a double sink and custom vanity. In addition to tile showers, we also have onyx showers and many others to choose from. So if you're thinking about updating your bathroom or just simply remodeling your home, give us a call today at Window Design Company. We are your home remodeling specialists.
At Lindy Spring, we have been committed to the same mission for 60 years, providing clean water solutions and quality customer service to the communities we serve. With complete water systems and softeners to fit all commercial and residential needs, Lindy Spring makes sure you're drinking clean, healthy, and great tasting water without sacrificing convenience or quality. As the oldest independent water treatment company in Northeast Kansas, we have proudly served local homes and businesses since 1958. Lindy Spring, the very best in clean water systems.
Now we finna show y'all what we made of. You really think you ready? Rebel battle test to check the resume. Was taught to act first and never hesitate. I'm also at my best when the pressure's great. Hit opposition like a train, watch them levitate. You standing face to face with a destroyer. You think you ready for the smoke?
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Custom Cabinets. All wood cabinets at 30% below the other guys. 120 different door fronts to choose from. Free financing at Kansas Custom Cabinets.
The Pledge of Allegiance is an expression of patriotism and commitment to our country. The Backers is proud to present the Daily Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Daily Pledge is brought to you by the Backers Heating and Cooling. Now, your Storm Track forecast first.
It's cool, primarily low to mid-30s right now with a clear sky. We have passing clouds overnight, a lot of clouds in Oklahoma, so looking south you may notice that. That's about as far north as it gets today. They may try to nudge up just a little bit tomorrow afternoon. So for today, rapidly through the 40s and 50s, we try to hit 62. Nothing but blue sky all day, and we'll talk about how warm it gets this weekend. We'll also talk about our next rain chance in the matter of moments, so stay tuned.
Now on KSNT News.
It's Super Tuesday, the most important day of the 2020 presidential campaign thus far. Which candidates are going into the nominating contest with the most momentum, with nearly a third of delegates up for grabs today? And back here in Kansas, Governor Kelly and lawmakers are taking on Medicaid expansion and traveling across the state to get it passed. But Senate President Susan Wagle says there's a bigger problem. We'll explain why some lawmakers think the issue lies with abortion for some Kansas taxpayers. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on a Tuesday on KSNT News. I'm Brittany Moore. Well, it may be safe to say spring has sprung here in Northeast Kansas. It's been feeling and looking pretty nice out there. We have a live look here over Heritage Park in Junction City. Chances are it will be a pretty nice day to spend outside today. To find out how spring-like the temperatures are going to be and how long we can expect these temperatures to stick around, let's head on over to our Weather Center with Storm Track meteorologist David George. Good morning.
Yeah, we're in good shape this week, Brittany, no doubt about it. Now today at 10 o'clock this morning, there will be a tornado drill. We've got a nice clear sky. You don't have to worry about any threatening weather nearby, but you want to make sure you're getting that fake warning, the drill warning and all that that comes with it, because it would either be radio, TV, it would be the outdoor warning siren, maybe your tone alert weather radio, text messages by some sort of app like our Storm Track app. That's what you need. If you go the entire day and you don't notice any anything in that 10 to maybe 10:05 range, you've got a problem. You need to be aware of what's happening here. This morning we have cool air, a clear sky. It's a little bit colder over toward Manhattan at 29, Emporia 34, Kansas City at 37. Westerly breeze, that'll be with us all day at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and hopefully it doesn't get stronger than that. And we had some clouds kind of pass by. Most of the action, though, is well north-northeast, and that goes into the upper Mississippi Valley. Some rain mixed with snow there. Really thick clouds south of us with rain down toward Dallas. That goes all the way toward El Paso, and it's going to be really wet south of us for a couple of days. Some of those clouds may sneak up by late tomorrow, but today, look at the sunshine. Lunchtime temperature of 57. That's going to be close to what we had all day yesterday for a high, so lunch should be pretty good. And then late day, windows crack. You can say hi to the guy next to you at the red light.
All right, it is Super Tuesday, and as states across the country get ready to vote for the Democratic candidate today, they want to see us president. They are taking a closer look now at exactly how we got here. KSNT News reporter James Ryan live in Central Topeka with details on how one local analyst is looking back at Iowa.
That's right, Brittany. 14 states and the American Samoa are voting in the Democratic primary later today. Now, there's only a handful of candidates left, and that's a big drop just since Iowa cast the first votes last month. Now, KSNT News political analyst Bob Beatty is hosting a presentation today looking at the Iowa caucus. Former Mayor Pete Buttigieg was leading coming out of Iowa, with Senator Bernie Sanders close behind. Former Vice President Joe Biden, who was leading in some national polls, came in a distance fourth. Now, since then, Buttigieg has dropped out of the race. He has put his support behind Joe Biden, who won South Carolina by a pretty good margin over the weekend. Now, Kansans aren't going to be voting until May, but if you are interested in kind of how we got here and taking a little bit of a closer look at Iowa, which was kind of an interesting thing this year with some of the problems with results and the app and the things that were coming out of that state, this might be something that interests you. Live in downtown Topeka, James Ryan, KSNT News.
Certainly has been an exciting election season so far. Thank you, James, for bringing us those details this morning. The presentation starts at noon today in Marvin Auditorium inside of the Topeka Shawnee County Public Library. Well, roughly a third of all pledged delegates are up for grabs today, and it could all determine a clear leader for the Democratic presidential nomination. Super Tuesday is today, and political experts say it is the most important day of the 2020 presidential campaign thus far. Contests are held in 14 states and American Samoa. States include California, Texas, Massachusetts as some of the big states to take home today. People will be voting for frontrunners Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and for the first time, Michael Bloomberg, whose campaign said they were skipping out of the early primary states and just waiting for Super Tuesday. But political experts say it's Joe Biden who is heading into Super Tuesday with a whole lot of momentum after a big win at the South Carolina primaries.
Get up! Let's take back this country. We're the United States of America. And there's not a single thing we cannot do if we do it together.
And Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders has the lead, though, on Joe Biden by only 6 delegates. That is a significant lead over Elizabeth Warren, who sits with 8, and Michael Bloomberg has none. Right now, Joe Biden has new support from 2 people who were his rivals just days ago. Pete Buttigieg is now announcing his endorsement at a rally for Joe Biden in Dallas. Buttigieg just dropped out of the race, which came as a big surprise to many people right before Super Tuesday. And he says, though, the Democratic Party needs to unite.
You know, when I ran for president, we made it clear that the whole idea was about rallying the country together to defeat Donald Trump and to win the era for the values that we share. And that was always a goal that was much bigger than me becoming president. And it is in the name of that very same goal that I'm delighted to endorse and support Joe Biden for president.
And Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar also just dropped out of the race. Alongside Buttigieg, she is voicing her support for Joe Biden as well. And these 2 endorsements all came on the eve of Super Tuesday. Well, a reminder, the Kansas Democratic Caucus will be on May 2nd. There will not be a Republican primary, of course, in Kansas this time around. The general election is on November 3rd, and you can count on KSNT News to keep you updated every step of the way, both on air and online. All you have to do is head to ksnt.com/elections. Also topping headlines this morning, 2 people in Kansas are in isolation because they may have been exposed to the coronavirus. Both of them are employees at a Kansas City engineering firm. This firm, called Black & Veatch, is located in Overland Park. Officials there say the employees may have been exposed to the coronavirus during a recent flight outside of the United States. But out of an abundance of caution, the 2 employees are now staying home from work, and the rest of the company's employees also went home early so the building could be deep cleaned. The company says they are taking steps to exceed all recommended protocols from the World Health Organization, CDC, and local health authorities. At this point, though, neither of the employees have been confirmed with coronavirus cases. We are, though, also hearing from the state's top health officials this morning. Dr. Lee Norman is the secretary for the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. He says there is a lot to learn about the coronavirus, but he fully expects it to get to Kansas at some point. Thankfully, at this point, though, there is no one who has tested positive for the virus in Kansas. But Norman says the health department can now test for the virus in Topeka, which will help get results faster. He says officials have been preparing for weeks for this if and when a person in Kansas does get the coronavirus.
How do you find people? How do you route them? Where do you keep them if they're ill? But there's all the things behind the scenes also, like how do you transport people? What if they live in a dormitory? Supplies, do we have enough masks? Do we have enough medications coming in? Because the supply chains have been interrupted because so much production goes on in China.
Norman goes on to say symptoms can include a cough, fever, and muscle aches. So he says if you are experiencing any of those symptoms and you've traveled to or been in contact with someone from an infected area, please go to your doctor right away. You can find more advice and guidelines from health agencies on how to stay healthy during this coronavirus outbreak on our website this morning, ksnt.com. Well, to celebrate its 60th anniversary, AARP is installing some fit lots to inspire fitness in parks across the nation, including Topeka, where this fit lot will be and when everything is ready to go for you to use the equipment. That's coming up.
Now that it's March, we look back and we see that our cold snaps are not quite as harsh. Your warm spells are a little more impressive. We went back-to-back 60s there on Saturday and Sunday, and now we have a nice long stretch of temperatures about 10 degrees above average. A lot of sunshine to enjoy today. Mostly sunny to completely clear with forecast highs in the low 60s. We go to break at 10 minutes after the hour of 6. This is KSNT News.
Good morning. You're watching KSNT News at 6 with Brittany Moore and Storm Track meteorologist David George.
All paws on deck with Ryder and the crew as they set sail in an all-new live stage show. Paw Patrol Live, the Great Pirate Adventure. X marks the spot in this exciting, action-packed live show full of singing, dancing, and patrolling the high seas. For more information on how to join the heroic pups, you can go to pawpatrollive.com. Playing Stormont Vale Event Center March 21st and 22nd. Tickets at pawpatrollive.com.
Transform your home with new Champion siding. Right now, save 20% off your siding project. Enhance your curb appeal with new siding for a beautiful look that lasts as long as your home. Save 20% today. Visit us online or call 888-930-CHAMPION.
I joined the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers because I felt that I wanted to better myself as an electrician and put myself in a better work environment. I couldn't be happier to have joined the IBEW. I did not only join a group of some of the best electricians, more importantly, I joined a brotherhood. I think the biggest apprehension for anyone joining is thinking they will be laid off or simply not being accepted, and that's not the case. I truly could not be happier with the decision I made by joining the IBEW Local 226.
IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Longhorn's bone-in bold flavor is here. Now we could tell you steak on the bone is juicier and has a flavor that'll keep you coming back, but we'd rather let it speak for itself. it makes some good points. Come in for Longhorn's bone-in bold flavor with our one and only 18-ounce Outlaw ribeye. Back for a limited time, our grilled lamb chops and our full-flavor 18-ounce T-bone. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
They're smart, and then there's street smart. Like a hybrid with best-in-class EPA estimated range of more than 582 miles. And more available second-row legroom than, say, a Chevy Suburban. This is the completely reimagined Street Smart 2020 Ford Escape.
Get 0.9% financing for 66 months plus $500 bonus cash, or get $3,000 cash back on Escape at your Midwest Ford dealers.
The KSNT Storm Tracker is sponsored by Dovetail Roofing. KSNT News, winner of the 2019 KAB Best Sports Feature Award.
So great to have you with us here on a Tuesday morning here on KSNT News. I'm Brittany Moore. It is now 6:12 this morning. A Topeka organization is using artwork to inspire positive change in the communities today. Arts Connect works to promote all forms of the arts in Topeka, and they do this through one of their most well-known projects, the Topeka Mural Project. This is where they've partnered in the past with the Topeka Police Department and other community organizations. They invite community members to help paint these murals in places all throughout the city.
It's great just to see the community come out and own something and work together. The police working right next to a barber who's working next to a whatever. It's awesome.
The arts also have that power to bring people together and to build that consensus and to help people understand each other.
Arts Connect will also be hosting the grand opening of their new location in the Noto Arts District this upcoming Friday, First Friday. It is open to the public to attend. AARP is celebrating its 60th anniversary by getting people more active all across the nation. The company is installing a fit lot in every state, and they've chosen Topeka as one of their locations. In partnership with Shawnee County Parks and Rec, AARP will install a fit lot at Willow Park, that's just north of Stormontvale Hospital. The lot will have a variety of exercise equipment for all ages and skill levels.
Help people choose the way they age, and we know that people want to stay in their homes and communities, and one way to make the community more livable is to have these open spaces, to have these parks that people can go to.
Well, Parks and Rec say the fit lot should be ready to go and installed by June 1st. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and we'll let you know when a statewide tornado drill is happening today, next on KSNT News this morning. Plus, we're joined by our friends and partners over at Magic 107.7. Angie and Sean will be with us after the break in our What's the Buzz segment.
Today, no weather worries whatsoever. Clouds south toward the Oklahoma border. A westerly breeze at 10 to 20, but look how bright. Sunshine throughout, with forecast highs in the low 60s. We'll have some warmer days than the 7-day. There's also a chance of rain, so we need to talk about that. And we'll do that right after a quick timeout, so sit tight.
Stauffer Lawn and Landscape. Service, style, originality. Whether it's landscaping, irrigation, retaining walls, or patios, we can make your not-so-pleasing space into a space you and your family can enjoy. To request a quote, visit staufferlawn.com.
My Kasasa account energizes me throughout the week. And when I have my energy, nothing can stop me. With my Kasasa cashback and ATM refunds, this girl can get all the energy drinks she needs.
I was looking to get my MBA, and being a new stepmom, newly married, and pregnant with my first child, I needed something that I could really dive into and be able to do online. I also travel about 80% of the time for work, so every week I am on a plane and spending much of my evenings in a hotel room. So I needed to have a flexible schedule, and K-State Global Campus offered that for me.
Colder weather is here, and so are the rodents looking to get inside. Mice can enter your home through a hole no bigger than a dime. Let Ozark Integrated Pest Services remove these unwanted pests. Contact us today for a free estimate.
Smash 'em, bash 'em, and crash 'em, March 6th and 7th at the Stormont Hill Event Center in Topeka. Prairie Dan Casino and Resort presents the 5th Annual Capital City Carnage. It's indoor demolition derby with drivers aimed to pulverize the competition for $60,000 in prize money. Tickets start at only $8 or really get into the action with a 2-day pit pass for only $60. 2 days and 3 shows of total destruction. Brought to you by Smash It Demolition, Prairie Dan Casino and Resort, and Equipment Share. Tickets available at the Sky Zone box office and Ticketmaster.
We're here in Peru right now giving glasses and free eye care to people who need it the most. And really it's because of you, our awesome Success Vision customers. Every time you buy glasses at Success Vision, a portion goes to helping people all over the world. So from everybody here, thank you. I'm David, and I'm proud to be a Success Vision manager.
Prepare for 39 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
You've enjoyed his photographs with the newspaper. Now the Spotted Guy's photos are at KSNT.com. Check out our photo galleries today to see if you've been featured. The Downtown Topeka Weather Cam is sponsored by Briggs Subaru of Topeka.
It's What's the Buzz. That means we put radio and TV together, and for that we go to Magic 107.7. Often it's Angie and Sean. They're both in today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you guys.
All right, it's National Anthem Day, and if we had to replace the National Anthem, I had to pick 4 songs. Which one are you going to go with? My Country 'Tis of Thee, God Bless America, This Land Is Your Land, or America the Beautiful?
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for not asking Sean to sing any of those. My vote would be for God Bless America if we couldn't have the Star Spangled Banner. What about you, Sean?
God bless America. You said it, you did it.
I was going to say, that was the follow-up question. Sean needs to sing it.
Is that what you're going with, Sean? You're going God Bless America as well?
Amen. Love that song.
I do like that song, too. I'm going to go, though, with America the Beautiful.
And I am as well.
Okay, look at us.
Well, look at that.
Team radio, team TV.
Who online has the most votes right now?
It is split, I think, between those two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, make sure
Can't
you
go
go
wrong
on
with
to
any
Twitter.
of them, though.
Yeah,
That's
all of
true.
them are good. All of them.
They are.
Go to David's Twitter and vote, and we'll see which one gets the most votes tomorrow.
Do you have a quick say if the Star Spangled Banner, if its time has come and gone? Do you think it has?
I don't think it has. I think we should keep that.
I disagree. I think God Bless America should be it. I think it should have been that for a long time.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're not in the 1770s or 1800s anymore. Maybe we do need a change, but we'll see.
Interesting conversation.
It will take some time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
Well, you
right,
guys have a
thanks,
great
guys.
day.
You bet.
You too. Bye.
You know, I do like when the music kicks in, though. It feels very patriotic.
Oh, yeah.
When your Star Spangled Banner
Absolutely,
kicks in. There's
Yes,
no doubt.
It does.
We've got a great day today to enjoy. So whatever's going on for you, you're in really good shape today. Lots of sunshine. There's the clear sky, and we're getting our daylight. But keep in mind with the time change this weekend, you're going to have to wait longer in the morning to get light, but you'll have it in the evening. And that's going to bode well if you have some activities to do, maybe after work or in the early evening in that 7:30 to 8 o'clock range. We'll start doing that. There's your 37-degree temperature with a westerly breeze near 10 miles per hour. The radar is sweeping, but it's not detecting any precipitation and likely won't for another 5 days or so. A lot of cloudiness down toward the Oklahoma-Kansas border. That's about as far north as it's going to get. Our wind is westerly instead of a wind out of the southwest, so the upper wind flow will try to take this into Missouri perhaps. Tomorrow it may start nudging up a little bit more, but our flow, at least aloft in Nebraska and Kansas, is out of the west-northwest right now, and that will keep the cloudiness south. You can look south and probably see a really sharp cutoff there. Westerly wind going at 12 to 15 in many spots, and it feels like 25 in Lawrence, 25 in Hiawatha, 27 out towards Salina and Concordia. So heavier jacket this morning just like yesterday, but you can peel it off after about 9 or 10 o'clock. 26 in Goodland, 28 in Garden City, and a 31 in Wichita. Still being influenced again by the west-northwesterly field, but once we start going with a south-southwest wind like tomorrow, to start warming it up a little bit in the overnight period. A lot of rain trying to form from Dallas to Midland out toward the El Paso area. That is the southern branch. Really wet weather from Texas through the deep south in the coming days, and the northern branch is trying to bring the drier, stable air in. So we should be crystal clear again. Hardly a cloud to be found. In the overnight, there might be a little bit of action up into areas of Omaha and getting into maybe Des Moines and northern parts of Missouri. And tomorrow we'll have some sunshine with just a few clouds trying to sneak in from the south, but our sun angle is getting higher and higher, so that helps us out. Rapidly to the 50s, a 57 at lunchtime to a forecast high of 62. Overnight lows not quite as bad, mid to maybe upper 30s. I think between 35 and 40 degrees tomorrow morning. 64 with clouds kind of nudging into our southern counties late tomorrow. Mostly sunny, mild on Thursday, but numbers down just a smidgen. 58 to near 60 on Friday, and then a big warm up near 70 this weekend. Just like last weekend, the strong south breeze, big time taste of spring. And then once you get your spring fever and you're saying, you know, what am I going to call and what kind of med am I going to take? Well, you get a little shot of showers on Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, April showers bring May flowers. So
I wonder what March rain does.
I don't know.
It makes it muddy.
But we're getting into that rain season.
Oh, we are.
Okay, well, we have a great day ahead of us, not just for that sunshine and beautiful forecast. We have the Kansas Children's Discovery Center back in the studio this morning. I'm told we're dealing with slime, making slime after the break. A fun activity you can do at home with your kids. That's next on KSNT News this morning.
What if there was a product you use every day that could make the planet healthier? And what if you could save money doing so? Renewal by Andersen Windows is the answer to both of those questions. This month only, get $200 off each window plus free installation. Our sustainable approach to window replacement means Mother Nature can smile just a little bit brighter. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Have you heard? The Mexican taco shop loves tacos. If you love tacos, you will have your cravings satisfied when you visit the Mexican taco shop. Authentic Mexican food, homemade, not fast food made. Dine in, drive through, or carry out, the Mexican Taco Shop is open 24 hours a day. Take a short trip to Mexico at the Mexican Taco Shop.
Check out this floor project blowout. Installation is half price on our best-selling waterproof floors. Find top quality hardwood floors with a hard to beat price. And look for a red tag. It means savings on all in-stock carpet, hardwood, and luxury vinyl tile. Plus, buy any floor with free financing. You'll save hundreds. The Floor Project. We stand for lower prices.
Choosing a window replacement company is tough. We asked our customers why they love their new Champion windows.
Working with Champion was such a great experience that they've made our home much more comfortable now.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Right now, Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy two, get one free. Plus, buy now and pay nothing for a year.
I love my new Champion windows.
Let Champion help you fall in love with your home. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
Next live, Sabrina Carpenter and
Sweet and subtle sounds of James Taylor.
Can I play now?
Not a chance.
Today at 11 on KSNT. The most experienced weather team in Northeast Kansas with more than 60 years of combined forecasting experience. KSNT Storm Track Weather. Always watching, always tracking.
Put on your running shoes and join us for the Trot for Tots 5K at Lake Shawnee, benefiting TDC Learning Centers and local children. Sign up early or at the event and get kids in on the fun with a 1K tot trot before the big race. Don't let the Trot for Tots 5K pass you by.
Good morning. Welcome back to KSNT News here on your Tuesday. Always so much fun when we have the Kansas Children's Discovery Center. We have Caitlin back with us.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yes, we love that you're going to be with us today to show us about slime, how to make slime.
Exactly. There's so many different ways you can make slime. One of the most popular ones is borax and glue and those kinds of things. Another one you can mix in is saline solution, baking soda, and glue, and mix it all together. What I encourage is putting them all together differently. So maybe start with the saline solution one time, start with the glue one time. The great thing about chemistry is the process is somewhat important, and you might find something different there. At the Discovery Center, we use 2 ingredients. We just use starch and glue, and that gives us the base.
Okay.
Then we get to add all the fun stuff.
Decorating.
Exactly. So I brought just a few things that we can add that we're going to do in our Slime-tastic spring break coming up.
Okay.
So one of the first ones you can do is I brought some googly eyes.
Oh,
because
yes.
googly eyes are pretty fun.
Slime monster.
Exactly. That's exactly it. We're making monster slime. So you can grab some pipe cleaners. We can put pipe cleaners in. We can add arms. You can add hair. You can add whatever you're wanting. Exactly. Because Friday the 13th is over spring break. So we had to have a little spooky in there as well.
Spooky.
Exactly. Oh, I noticed you found the sprinkles. So each day over spring break, we're going to have some different theme.
Okay.
And one is candy mix-in.
Yes,
So
okay.
every fun candy. Friday the 13th, a little spooky. We're going to have monster slime. We're even going to have color-changing slime based on temperature.
Ooh.
So there's going to be so many different things to do throughout the whole week.
And explain just the importance of chemistry and this whole process and the knowledge that the kids get from this.
So this is a really fun way to get kids excited about chemistry. When we talk about the mixtures and different things like that, we can lead to different problems being solved in the world. Healthcare problems, all sorts of things that scientists are doing every day. And this is just a foundation activity that'll hopefully spark the interest in the kiddos and want to mix things together and try to create new things.
Absolutely. And so many, and like you said, just so many variables in addition to this.
Exactly.
Okay, give us an idea of when the spring break activities are and how people can sign up.
Absolutely. So it starts Friday. And during open hours, the Slime Lad's going to open an hour after we open and an hour before. It'll close an hour before we close. So 10 to 4 is a general time throughout the week. And they'll get to come in and they'll get to play with the different thematic things we have. One I'm looking particularly forward to is Smelly Slime Day.
I wonder why.
So we have coffee grounds to mix in and different seasonings.
smells.
Exactly.
I like
so
it.
they're going to be able to do something all from starting Friday through the end of Pie Day, actually, on March 14th. So celebrating all things slime.
Awesome. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much for being here
Thanks for
today.
having
A
us.
fun place to go. One of the best, in my opinion, for
we love
spring
it.
break. The Kansas Children's Discovery Center. Make sure you check out their website for more information on spring break, slime spring break.
So fun.
Okay, from there we're going to head on over to our weather forecast with Storm Track meteorologist David George.
This is spring break to me in my mind. With weather like this, we've had some 50s and 60s, back-to-back 60s over the weekend and really close to 70, but we barely missed it, but there's a chance to do it this upcoming weekend. Right now, 29 Manhattan, 33 in Lawrence, and 34 in Emporia, so decent jacket needed, but you'll shed that by mid-morning. As it warms up today, we keep the pleasant stuff happening for many days to come. The wind becomes a bit problematic this weekend as we try to hit that 70-degree mark, and then some rain could start spring break for many. It's 6:29. We're coming right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Furniture Mart.
Price guaranteed. Ashley's Darcy sofa in 9 colors, $288.
Financing for everyone at the original Kansas Furniture Mart.
I am committed to giving my customers the results they desire. Come for a relaxing and comfortable experience. Call me today.
Since 1990, Pisano's has served the best Italian food available. Everything is prepared fresh daily, from their famous salad and breadsticks to their beloved pasta dishes.
Do you have urinary leakage? Call New Health Kansas. Do you suffer from urinary incontinence from childbirth? Call New Health Kansas. Are you embarrassed when you exercise because you have trouble holding it in? If this sounds familiar, call New Health Kansas. New Health Kansas has non-surgical treatment options with laser and the O-Shot for urinary leakage. If you need help stopping urinary leakage, call New Health Kansas today.
When you take Align, you have the support of a probiotic and the gastroenterologist who developed it.
Align naturally helps to soothe your occasional digestive upsets 24/7.
So where you go, the pro goes.
Go with Align, the pros in digestive health.
Sleep this amazing?
That's a ZQuil Pure Z Sleep. Our gummies contain a unique botanical blend, while an optimal melatonin level means no next-day grogginess. ZQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep.
He started marrying a large number of young girls.
A child bride speaks out after escaping a dangerous Christian sex cult.
You're with an old man.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Disgusting, first of all.
All new Oz.
Today at 1 on KSNT.
Come work for one of the largest broadcasting companies in the nation, Nexstar Media Group. We have sales and marketing positions available with excellent income potential. Don't miss this great opportunity. Send your resume to hr@ksnt.com.
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Furniture Mart. Queen pillow top mattresses $133, 8-piece living room groups $888. Financing for everyone at the original Kansas Furniture Mart.
Good morning. It's now 6:32 here on your Tuesday. Great to have you with us on KSNT News. I'm Brittany Moore.
I'm David George, and we're in great shape here. But some severe weather happening in other parts of the country overnight.
Yes, we are following breaking news of a massive tornado that has hit Nashville, Tennessee. We'll have some of the details on that. We actually can take you right now to that developing news out of Tennessee. We have video here, a tornado moving through downtown and East Nashville. So that's now leaving. We just heard at least 9 people dead this morning. Officials say the storm was moving around 45 miles per hour. They're also saying many people need to avoid this area impacted by the tornado, of course, for safety reasons. Power lines are down, debris is everywhere. Crews are working to find survivors and anyone who's trapped by the debris. And again, this is in Nashville, Tennessee this morning. We just heard the death toll, now at least 9 people dead. This happened, I believe we were saying around 12 o'clock midnight our time,
Yeah,
David.
12 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock Nashville time. It looked like it was on the ground for maybe 10 miles, but of course the storm assessment has not been done yet. And it looks like 40 buildings at last check have been completely destroyed. The bad news is that that's 1 o'clock in the morning. The majority of people are in bed asleep. Yeah. And if you don't have that tone alert weather radio to wake you up, you're in a bad situation there. You would not know what's going on. Now, they may have talked about it in the newscast prior to people going to bed, I'm sure, but without that alarm to kind of wake you up, because a lot of times you're not going to hear the outdoor warning siren. Yeah. You can't count on that. That's asleep, for when you're outside. You need that weather radio when you're inside. So for us, we're talking about getting a tornado drill today at 10 o'clock, and we won't have any threatening weather nearby, so you want to make sure that you are aware of that, whether it's TV, radio, your weather radio, the outdoor warning siren, or a text message or alert of some sort. There's parts of the Little Apple, and it's 29 degrees there. That's been our cold spot. There's somebody out and about there with a little beanie and jacket walking around Heritage Park. Thankfully, the wind looks really light there. The flags are not moving at all. There's our drill going on. Not sure if that's spring football practice kicking in early at Emporia State University, and not nearly as much traffic as we typically see this time of the morning, but you get great weather. Now, to learn more about severe weather, we touched on this in Gary County. You got a chance in Junction City at the 4-H Center tonight at 7. That is a storm spotter class, free of charge, but get there early for a seat. And there's our great day today. The cloud south should stay put right on the Kansas-Oklahoma border. It's about as far north as that's going to get. Westerly breeze today at 10 to 20. Hopefully it's not stronger than that. That's the one thing we got to watch out for. And temperatures a lot warmer than yesterday, and it felt pretty good too with mid-50s, but we're going to go low 60s today. And then tomorrow, maybe some afternoon clouds sneaking in. We'll start it off at 36. We go to a high of 64, and it looks even warmer than that this weekend.
We are, of course, following that developing news out of Nashville, Tennessee with the massive tornado. Back here, though, in Kansas, local emergency managers want you to be prepared for tornadoes here locally this severe weather season as well. This is a part of Severe Weather Awareness Week, and officials are testing emergency systems with a statewide tornado drill today. KSNT News reporter James Ryan is live in downtown Topeka right now. So, James, who all is taking part in the drill today?
Brittany, everyone from government agencies, state and local county agencies, schools, even some places that you might not expect, like the Topeka Zoo, are taking part in this statewide drill. Now, Shawnee County Emergency Management is one of the agencies taking part. They are using this time to test a number of systems, including 68 outdoor sirens that are in Shawnee County. While a lot of state agencies are taking part in the drill, emergency planner Aaron Mahan says they suggest you test your own emergency drills at home.
for sheltering, having their emergency go kits, reminding them to go through their go kits and maybe updating some of the material in there. And then of course updating any communications plans that they might have with family, checking to make sure those numbers and contacts are correct.
Mahan says an emergency kit should add everything that you need for 3 days on your own. This includes a gallon of water per person per day, snacks like granola bars, and any medications you would need in an emergency. Now, what makes a good plan? Mahan says it's consistency. Every time you test out that plan, which he says hopefully you will do today, you want to do it the same way every single time. That way you develop a muscle memory, and hopefully if an emergency does happen, that kind of muscle memory will take over and you won't even really have to think about it. Live in downtown Topeka, James Ryan, KSNT News.
Thank you, James. And as we've seen with the devastation this morning in Nashville, being prepared and aware is so necessary. Now, the Kansas statewide tornado drill, that's expected to happen later on this morning at 10 o'clock.